Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3, Episode 12. So, tonight's episode was Make That Money. Patreon.com/MovieBitches.
Available on iTunes.
Yes.
It's actually available on threadless.com.
Yes.
/MovieBitches.
Yes. So this is one of our new Showgirls themed shirts. Thanks, Rick.
This is holy water.
And I wore these because they really brought out the gold lame this week.
Touch this gold. Touch all of this gold.
Yeah. The Midas touch. Midas couldn't touch my... I don't know where I'm going.
So Carmen has gone home, and everyone walks in. It's pretty uneventful.
I mean,
They're
it's
all
kind of
like, "Oh, Carmen
back to how we were." Okay, cool.
So anyway,
And then they have the most elaborate mini challenge I think we've ever seen.
I think so.
Ru comes in is like,
Particularly so late.
yeah.
I was thinking about it. This season, I think we'll see once we really start going through the other ones, was like the most difficult and challenging season.
There's like a lot of challenges.
A ton of challenges,
And
a ton of challenges within challenges, design challenges, make this thing challenges, 2 extra episodes.
Yep.
Like you're just doing it longer.
Yeah. And we saw it this episode, it was really taking a toll.
People lost their fucking mind.
I
can't remember them doing 2 balls. Because like the hair ball was basically a ball. I mean, they had 3 looks.
They did have 3 looks.
And then this is now the Make That Money ball.
And they have 3 looks.
And that's crazy.
So anyway, so Ru comes in and announces that the mini challenge is that they have to take one of their own drag products, basically, and sell it on RuVC.
Well, yeah, they have to make up... I thought it was going to be, and here's a table of shit, pick one of them and sell it. But it was like, oh, just find something lying around. This felt like a last-minute decision.
Right?
This felt like this was going to be a main challenge, and they went, oops, we forgot.
Yeah, like, oh, we can't figure out... Well, let's just make it a mini challenge.
Throw it in there. This felt very weird.
It felt so weird. It was weird that they had, like, this whole sound stage set up with, like, the couch and whatever, but no one was there.
We'll talk about it.
So the queen...
We'll talk about it. It was very bizarre. Wait.
Uh-oh.
We didn't talk about Ru's striped peacoat.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Her, like, Madeline sailing outfit. She lifts up, and there's the appendix scar. And they have to get in drag in 20 minutes, pick out a product, and decide how they're going to sell it.
Yeah. Right.
So they all looked a mess. Like, it's not even worth talking. Like, they all looked a mess.
Yeah.
And they go out on stage. Raja comes out. She's selling her gaff.
You take this part that would normally cover your genitals, and you stretch it over your face, and it has invigorating powers that immediately wakes you up.
Everyone was insane.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun.
It was kind of fun because it was just like,
just, like loopy.
Yeah.
Like a mess.
Yeah.
But the weirdest part was it was an empty soundstage. So there's no Ru being like, ha!
Right.
Or giving them direction.
Nope.
It literally seemed like there was just a camera and they
I think so.
hit record and
Yeah.
there wasn't even like a crew there.
It's just like
That's how it felt. And it
Yeah.
was really weird and awkward.
Yeah.
Start ordering, everyone.
I mean, they didn't want to edit anything. I guess it was just weird. Then, like, why not just set it up in the You Better Work room and
have them sell it to Ru.
Exactly. Like, here I am. Like, go grab something and like come, whatever.
Think on your feet.
Exactly.
It was odd.
It was really weird.
So then next was Manila selling Manila.
Yeah,
Like
it was just hairspray and whatever.
She
had the best thought process, I felt like.
I thought she did the best, actually.
Yes.
Manila. You can use it for hair, tabletop cleaner, makeup finisher.
And she looked, Alexis said it, that Manila with like less makeup actually looked prettier. And it was true. She didn't look as fabulous.
Right.
But she looked more just fishy
ooh, yeah.
girl. Like, oh. But she was using it on it was like the Windex in Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Sure.
It was like, oh, just spray it on your tights, spray it on your hair, spray it
on the table. It's so light or whatever. She's like that mannequin fell and then she's like,
it's so delicious. Oh, and it's very lightweight.
picking up the hair, and it's like, oh, it's so light.
She, for me, was the funniest.
I thought so too.
But it didn't really matter.
It actually did matter, because I feel like if she hadn't had the extra million,
Yara,
the dress might have been just uncluttered enough.
Maybe. Oh, maybe. So then next was Yara Sofia.
With her bop it? No,
Pop it
Pop it on.
Pop it on. See how gorgeous it is? You can wear it like this, and you can put it like this.
Pop it on, which is basically an Avatar ponytail. Like...
Yeah, it's like one of her big, like,
wrapped
crazy hair wrap things.
And she's like, you can vacuum with it, you can clean the floor with it, you can do this with it. She was, like, insane.
Insane.
And she looked insane.
Yeah.
You have to buy the Pop-It-On now. Bye.
But it was silly fun. I mean, whatever.
It was totally fun.
Yeah.
It was less coherent. I still thought Manila's was, like, the cleverest.
Yes, I agree.
Of the moronic things they were all doing.
If you call now, you get this travel cap.
Goodbye. Ugh, that's freaking hard. Am I okay? Can I go?
And then Alexis Mateo, I don't even remember.
She went real, like, realistic.
They're handmade and hand-painted just by me for only 2 paintings on $19.95.
She was just very much like, and I'm selling these hip pads.
Oh, right.
And you can order them for this amount.
And if you call now, then you also get these butt pads.
Thanks.
Everything you need for
We're even doing
drag.
more than she was.
Right.
Like, we're doing a Jennifer Coolidge, like, and the butt pads. You know, she was just like, and I'm nice.
Alexis. The booty, the pads, everything that you need to be a complete drag queen for only 2 payments on $19.95.
So they're back in the You Better Work room, and Ru is like, oh, here's this box. And everyone I know was just like, if fucking Shangela comes out of that goddamn box.
If they pull her out in the box again, I'm gonna burn the box.
But it's not. It's Yara Sofia's Pop It On. It reminds me of...
You're trying to say bump it.
Maybe.
Bop it is the game where you're like...
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it.
That game was always
It
weird.
was like, oh boy. Really?
Bop,
Jerk it?
Bop it. She bop. Bop it. She bop. The Cyndi Lauper song is about masturbating.
I didn't know that. No, you know what it reminds me of? The Pop It On was...
like the bread you get at Indian restaurants?
Yeah.
The like flaky...
Get out of my head!
I'll just let you say stuff and I'll pretend like I don't read your mind somehow. Like a mango chutney.
Yeah,
like,
oh yes. So anyway, so she wins, and
well,
her
this I
prize...
thought was rude.
You think?
Not that she won. I thought it was rude that Ru was like,
your prize for winning the mini challenge is $1 million. What?
Ru dollars. It's garbage. It's Monopoly money.
I mean, that was obvious.
It was just rude, particularly considering later when
When
Yara
she's
was like,
like, I
I'm
need
broke.
money.
I'm completely broke. I have no money. Like, I should win because I'm broke and I have no money. And I was like,
Ru dollars. Yes. What happened?
And she gets an extra $1 million to use to decorate their gowns for the Make That Money ball.
Yeah.
Which they have to have 3 looks.
A bathing suit, body realness look.
Body beautiful.
Body beautiful. I am body beautiful.
See, there you go.
There were too many words in all of them. To be like, I mean, I get it, you want to be detailed, but it could have easily been like bathing suit, cocktail, gown.
Sure.
It's not as exciting.
No, it's
but
not.
But boy, was this too detailed.
Swimsuit, body beautiful. Cocktail attire after 5. Evening gown, eleganza.
Yeah, it's just insane that there's another multiple look challenge. And then on top of everything else, Ru was like, oh, and wait, I forgot to tell you, also you have to do a cheer. Oh no, that was last week.
You have to do a choreographed number to LaToya Jackson's horrible song. It felt like a fake song.
Yeah, it felt like a song that would play, you know, in a movie. Like they wrote a song, you know, like in the movie, their songwriter, and like, this is my big hit. I want to dance all night. Something like that. Sounded like that.
Yeah. Just Wanna Dance by Miss LaToya Jackson.
This is actually another really weird specific thing, but this song reminded me of a song that my sister and I made at Walt Disney World circa 2001. this like song generator where basically you like push buttons and it's like a computer generated song. They'd be like, here's some lyrics that like mean nothing. Here's some like
so,
Mad Libs background. It's like Mad Libs for songs.
I like
and
this.
Put it together. It was like, ooh, we're gonna party tonight. And that was the song, and it's basically the same song.
They'll be really cute boys and a rockin' band too. I wanna party with you.
But they dance to her song because LaToya Jackson is back by personal request.
Yeah.
LA Toya, you're back by my request.
And I'll do anything for you, Ru. You know that.
Oh, honey, that's big money, LaToya, if you ask me.
And so part of Yara winning, on top of getting extra money to use, she's also in charge of choreography.
Right. Which she just is like, hey, Alexis, why don't you help me do this?
And go all the way to your ass. Shake it in my ass. And just shake your ass. Wait, I don't know that. Manela, just shake your bag.
It didn't seem to matter.
Right. I think because it's never really a train wreck. If it ever were, then I think it would matter. It'd be like, you totally dropped the ball on this performance. You disrespected LaToya's horrible song. Like, this is unacceptable, and now you're in the bottom. I mean, that's not going to happen.
Right.
But it could.
Sure. This is where we start to see...
everyone breaking down.
Well, yeah, everyone is a mess.
I can't stand this anymore.
Fuck, Lugong.
Did you burn yourself?
Fuck.
Particularly at this moment, Alexis.
Yeah.
Who is having a lot of confidence issues, body issues. Like, she is going down a hole. Like, she's just spiraling.
Yeah.
All I hear from the judges all the time is that my body's not right, that my walk is not right, that my hair is not right.
I'm just the girl that wears the pads and the titties in the show.
It became really obvious to me, and this was frustrating because you could tell that even though I agreed with the judges' critiques of her all season, basically,
right,
I could tell that she wasn't hearing them for what they were saying.
Yes.
She clearly was taking it personally, and when Michelle is saying your body doesn't look right, your body proportions are off or whatever, she was taking it like her own physical personal body, and it's like, no girl, it's just those damn ass huge pads that you're using or whatever. Why don't you try shaping them a little bit more? I found it really ironic that her RuVC product was her pads that she's been read for week after week.
I just want this to be over. I just want to go home.
So she really has a breakdown, and Yara Sofia like takes time out to help her, and
right. Well, Alexis basically is like, I'm over this. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
And she leaves.
And I'm like, Yara, you should have let her.
Right.
Me quiero ir.
¿Por qué?
Ay, sí, porque estás estúpida.
¿Ah? Si te lo estabas haciendo bien.
She leaves.
Yeah.
Presumably, the show.
Yeah.
At this point. Like, when you're watching it for the first time, you're like, oh, what?
Yeah. You could tell that everyone was at their wit's end.
Yeah.
Alexis, I think, just also had the added personal, like, emotional damage of feeling like the judges never saw her.
She was, I think, she saw the finish line and was, like, choking, basically. Like,
well, I think she also saw the writing on the wall.
It built, well, sure, but, like, it built to a frenzy or whatever.
Right.
I decided to stay in this competition all the way to the end. But I'm here, bitches.
Alexis comes back. She's in the right mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
And they have to go do their choreography and stuff.
Right.
And so the best part about this is Alexis is like, okay, so we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and the whole time Raj is like, wait, what are we doing?
I'm lost.
Oh, am I following you?
Oh, what am I supposed to? Oh, I'm doing the opposite of you? Oh, we're still doing that?
Shoot. Oh, shoot. Wait, oh no, what am I doing?
Fuck. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm lost.
Wait.
I'm lost. Oh, wait, sorry. What am I doing? Am I following you? I'm doing the opposite of you now, right? Oh, I'm still doing that?
They're all sort of talking about who they think is going to be in the top 3.
Oh, God, this was
And it was all very, like...
diplomatic, like...
Well, I
would like it for me and my friend.
And
I'd like it for me to be me and my friend. Okay.
Well, definitely me and 2 other people.
So, quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with The Ball. That was like a lot.
That's fine.
And a really sad runway, or lip sync.
I know.
So Ru walks down the runway.
Yeah.
In this, like, blue...
sequined,
lame,
asymmetrical, ruffled wave.
Yeah. She kind of looked like a blue Christmas tree skirt.
But, like, like 5 of them had gotten tangled.
Exactly.
Because he threw them up in the attic. But it was more like a Hanukkah skirt.
Sure, yeah.
Is there a Hanukkah bush or something?
Yes, that's a term. I don't...
Do you like put a little skirt around the menorah? You could.
I think it's usually like in a dish, like for the wax.
Right, because like you don't want to set that skirt on fire.
Or have wax drip all over it.
Sure.
It was also kind of giving me, like when she comes out at first, she kind of looked like the Statue of Liberty.
Sure. It had a like toga under the sea disco party thing going on.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we have to talk about Mike Ruiz.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This turned me off of Mike Ruiz.
What died on his head?
And what died all over his body. It was such a weird...
Well, and Rue's like...
Mike Ruiz, you look like $1 million.
Oh, so do you.
What? He looked like Robert Downey Jr. the last 30 minutes of Less Than Zero. Like, are you, like, sucking dick for crack? What's going on?
I was really concerned about his welfare. I was like, whoa.
I guess it was like a look.
I lost me to meth. Like, what is happening? So they come out to do the song. This was perfectly cute. None of their outfits looked bad. I do agree Alexis's probably looked the worst. Her hair was fun. She had like the Tina Turner hair.
She looked like Tina Turner the later years. You know?
Yeah.
Manila is the only one that doesn't go
gold.
Full gold.
She's
got
black
with the gold
coins
that are like a little waist belt or whatever. She looked very Real Housewives. Bring me my pina colada, pool boy. And Raja was giving me some like Gold Diggers of 1932 Busby Berkeley like situation, and I was like, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I did too. And then Yara Sophia's body. Jesus
my
fucking
God.
Christ! I don't know why they don't talk about it.
Why don't they talk about it? It's so much better than Carmen's. It's so much better. I mean, like, we're not trying to be body shaming.
No.
Carmen looks fabulous.
Oh.
But like hers is, she's like the
Snatched.
best. She's snatched.
It's crazy.
Those abs.
Oh my god.
This is how you make gelt sexy.
Oh yes.
I thought Yara looked the best.
I think so too. So the next category is cocktails after 5, which is pretty much typical cocktails.
It's like, who's having cocktails before 5?
Day drinking cocktail attire.
So first on the runway is Yara Sofia. I fucking loved this.
Loved
and
it.
I thought they read her too harshly for it.
I agree.
I thought it looked impeccably made. It fit her body like a glove. It was this very, widowed 1940s noir sort of, but it had this really interesting sleeve.
Yeah.
It was like a wire petticoat, Scarlett O'Hara, whatever.
Yeah.
It was very much like she walked into my office like a hot tamale coming out of the rain. I knew she was trouble from the start, but I couldn't resist. It was very good.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Remember that Kelsey Grammer SNL sketch when they're doing like the noir thing or whatever, and he's like hungry the whole time, so his voiceover is just like, she was telling me about her dead husband, but all I could think of was, man, I want a burrito. And he just kept being like, burrito.
She was hotter than 5 jalapeno peppers on a 3-day-old burrito left in the Sahara Desert for 3 days.
This was by far the best cocktail look.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah. So next on the runway was Alexis Mateo. The dress was fine. This was a little bit, like, basic for me.
Yeah. I didn't mind this. I didn't love it.
I didn't love it. The hair was the biggest problem.
Well, the weird thing is, I liked the hair on Alexis. Like,
yes.
It was nice to see not a huge giant wig, just her pretty face pulled back. It was very elegant.
And it wasn't done poorly.
At all.
I just agreed with them with the shape of everything and
her
the hair.
Head, she made herself look like a pinhead. But I thought if you were just looking at her head, I was like, oh, that's a new, different look for you, and I like it. It's a simple, sleek do. So the next on the runway, Manila, in this golden disco caftan.
Yeah. I mean, did it look good? Yeah, sure. Was it cocktail? No, not really.
Did I care? Not really.
A little bit, but not really.
Not really, because it was a put-together look.
It was a put-together look. She certainly had a whole story behind it.
But I took it as 5 a.m. Oh. So I was at a party, honey, and I was just jamming out.
Yeah.
So, like, I get it. She was like, well, I'm going to take this and run with it a different. Yeah.
I like that she did that. At first it came out and I was like, oh, so she just made a fucking caftan. But then the more you looked at it, it had a mini skirt, which gave it a shape and the gathered sleeves. And, like, you were like, oh, okay, there's more going on. And it could have just been gold lame, but it had different patches of gold and stuff like that. So the more I looked at it, the more I was like, oh no, this is actually really pretty good. It definitely seemed like she needed a Coke nail, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
A cross.
With the Coke, yes. Oh, yes. My biggest problem with this whole outfit was her hair. At first I was like, oh, it's kind of flat and just whatever. And I was like, oh, I don't love that. And then I realized, did you see like the blonde underneath?
No.
There was like blonde pieces just on the underside, and you were like, oh no. So that was my biggest problem, was the hair. Because that definitely made it less cocktail.
Yes,
like,
sure.
Had she had,
but if she had made it a little bit more elegant.
Or more fabulous.
Or more disco-y or something. I don't know. It was a little, it wasn't 100%.
No.
So then last was Raja, looking like a weird
mess.
Clown.
She looked like the Golden Tin Man.
I
mean,
oil.
She looked like if Paris Hilton decided to go to a Halloween party dressed as the Tin Man, but she made her outfit like, you know,
out of gold, because
she's Paris Hilton.
Hot.
It was terrible.
It was really awful.
This was bad.
It was really bad.
This was like straight up like, oh no, this is bad.
Yep. Her head looked like, did you ever get from Baskin Robbins as a kid, those little clown cones?
This was her worst look
Yep.
of the entire
season. Category is $1 Million Ball Gown Extravaganza. First on the runway, Yara Sofia. I personally really liked this. I get what everyone's saying, that yes, it was a little crapped up, and if she had just kept a few things off, it would have been really fabulous. I get it.
Well, she was so covered.
Yes.
She looked
like, it was like, oh, here I am.
She looked like Queen Amidala.
Yes.
And the necklace that goes to her chin, and then the dress that covers everything. It was too busy. She gilded the lily. Like, she went too far. And I get, you know, she wanted to, like, put everything into it and do everything she could, and there was a lot of work in there, and it wasn't, like, terrible, but it was definitely confused.
It was not
overdone.
It was overdone. She just needed to remove a few things. Like, she had like little like sticks hanging off with like dollar bills on them, and it's like, we don't need that.
I think you liked it more because it came out first. I think if she had come out last, you would have been like, oh.
Maybe.
The last looks, I think, were pretty much in order.
No,
bad
Alexis's was worse than Yara's.
It was cleaner.
It was cleaner, but it was worse.
Alexis's silhouette for this and dress was like almost identical to her red carpet look. Remember where she was wearing the carpet?
Yes.
It was literally like, oh, it's a bustier corset with like a long skirt. I mean, clearly they both belonged to the bottom. And it just...
For these looks, yes. I don't know how each category is weighted.
I feel like the final look had more weight / their speeches.
Sure. Yara's cocktail look was the best one for me.
Oh, so
and
good.
Raja's was so awful.
That's true.
That, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it's weighted. Like,
Raja's speech.
Raja's speech and her final gown was fabulous. But like Yara's swimsuit, she choreographed the number. Her cocktail look was great. And her last look was better than Raja's cocktail look was.
Well, sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think it was, we've got 4 real contenders. Shit, 2 people have to be in the bottom.
Well, sure.
And their speeches were not as good, and their last outfits that we're currently looking at right now aren't as good. I think that's what it came down to.
I think that's part of it. I think the final look weighed more. Anyway, next up, Manila Luzon.
Yes.
I love this.
This was very Gilda.
Yeah, sure.
Very like the high slit and am I gonna fall out of the dress? I don't know. Am I? Oh. It was just clean, even though it was like the idea of it was like crumpled and messy, it worked. Like that could have gone really wrong.
Well, it looked like little like ruching of like a I understood what she did. It was I thought this was very creative.
That could easily have gone very wrong and like added bulk.
Yes.
And just been like, that was a mistake or whatever. But I thought she did a great job. My problem with both Yara and Alexis's is they used all the colors of the rainbow.
Right. You know? Everything.
It was like, oh no, it's too much. If they just use the gold ones or just the blue ones or something, then it's like, oh, I'm not as like, what am I looking at? What's going on? So for this one with the pink, it really brought out her skin tone. She looked very glamorous. It was good.
It was really good.
So then last down the runway, last and best, I think, down the runway, Raja. I fucking love this dress.
I love this dress.
It was, I mean, she described, she's like, I'm a 1930s actress going to the Hearst Castle for the weekend, having a fabulous, like she had this whole explanation and I was like, I'm eating all of this up. Yep. It was, again, very 30s, Busby Berkeley. I'm like, we're in the money, you know, with the top hat. It had sort of like a take on masculine clothes. Like it almost had like a Marlene Dietrich, like I'm wearing this tuxedo of money and it's a dress. You know, it was just so fabulous.
It really was.
And she, of course, fucking stomped it. That helped.
Yes. But I could see this dress on
any of them.
Well, sure, or any, like, I was going to say on any, like, actor. Like, I could see this on Halle Berry or Sandra Bullock or literally Robin Wright. Any of them could just slay it and I'd be like, oh my god! And the way that she used the color, because she used, like, almost all the colors too, I think.
It was ombre
instead
of, like, here's all the colors.
Yeah.
So, Ru asked all the queens to answer the dreaded question, why should you win over all these other bitches?
Yeah.
Basically. So they all get their speech. I feel like these speeches really do impact the results.
I feel like they did more so in the beginning.
Oh yeah, when it wasn't like, tweet your favorite.
Well, but also now, like, I feel like now we've heard so many of the speeches before.
Right.
You know,
they can't be like, I'm the different one who hasn't won yet or whatever.
Right. It's like, well, you know, so like Raja's speech was the first of its kind, really, where she's like, you know, and it clearly touched a lot. Like, I mean, Mike Ruiz was like, I was that boy.
All the little boys who are teased, who are afraid, who don't know how to express themselves creatively yet, you know, and they don't even know that they're allowed to go against the grain.
First is Yana Sofia, who I felt awkwardly basically is like, I'm broke.
My credit card is overdrawn, and I need money to move to the States, and I would like to live the American dream.
She didn't, like, sell it home. Like, she needed, like, that last sentence to be like, being your ambassador and being the person that wins this entire competition, I'll be such an inspiration for Puerto Rico, and I'll,
to show that anyone can make it, no matter where they come from or how much money, you know, whatever, they can do it.
They can throw their hat in the air and freeze frame it, and they can make it anywhere. And she didn't have that moment.
No.
It sort of petered out.
A little bit.
Similar to Alexis, who I don't even, like, I was like, what?
Well, what and then they show us in Untucked how bigger of a mess the speech was.
Yeah.
It was like they had to pick the best parts to make her not sound crazy.
Yeah.
For me, being in this competition was the opportunity to be like, I am good. But then I show up in this competition and I realized I was not that great.
She's like talking about how all the other queens are better than her, and
like,
how
she came out here and
she represents an imperfect person who makes mistakes and like,
but who's trying to be better and like who perseveres. And I was just like, this isn't the best message to be saying why you should win.
I am not perfect, but I have the desire to continue.
I feel like she really got kind of caught up in her own
she was having
issues and psyche. So then Manila,
I thought was also kind of confused.
It was like a little weird.
I feel like I represent the product of a loving and supportive family. I'm not a Cinderella story. My parents didn't kick me out. My parents have been very loving and very supportive.
Again, it was like you guys spent too much time explaining why you don't deserve to win, and not enough time explaining how that actually means that you should win, or like whatever. You know, so it's just like, I may not be a Cinderella story of like this rags to riches or like, you know, this struggling over triumph.
Right.
She was saying that she was like the poster child for like, look how great it could be if you do love your children, if you do support them and your friends and whatever, they could go on to be America's next drag superstar.
Be really supportive of all your friends and your family, because we all have like the power inside of us. We just need that extra push.
It definitely felt like everyone had a start and nobody had a finish.
A little bit. And it's like the finish is the most important part.
And then Raja's is fucking great. It's fucking epic.
Yeah.
She's talking about how she wants to show all the sad, confused, creative little boys out there who don't know who they are and don't know how to be yet, that it's okay to say fuck you to the world and do whatever you want and like be you.
It's okay to say fuck you and do what you love to do. I want to be an example of someone who is proud, someone who is accomplished.
The power of fuck you.
The power of fuck you.
I'm like, yeah, amen. Can I get an amen? I feel like that speech won her the competition.
Pretty much. I mean, it put her over that finish line.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Exactly.
I was one of those little boys who wanted a beacon of hope, who wanted somebody to look up to say, you know what, it's going to be okay. Be yourself and be creative and think outside of the box and don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't.
Like, it all fell into place. I feel like, yes, to a certain regard, the season was set up for Raja to win, but like, had she not been in the bottom last week and had the sickeningest lip sync, had she not given that fucking great speech about whatever, you know, like, there was things that she definitely did to put herself over the edge.
She's proven herself in every situation to be fabulous. So Manila wins.
Manila wins. Yara and Alexis are in the bottom. I feel rightly so.
I mean, like you said, half of them were going to be in the bottom.
You know?
So it's like, well...
And I was kind of like, I want to see... Like, I had kind of forgotten how this lip sync went down. I was like,
forgot.
Ooh, yeah, yes, like, you guys are gonna slay. And then, oh no. So they have to lip sync to Patti LaBelle's I Think About You. And...
It starts off okay.
Well, okay, it starts, and I'm like, Yara looks like she's in a straitjacket. Oh my god, like, this is really weighing her down or whatever. It was really...
But, like, I was like, oh, but I can see, like, emotion and, like, her lips, and, like, I was, like, living for this. And then it was like, oh, that's not emotion for the song.
Yeah. Well, and so I was like, fucking take that dress off, girl.
Yeah.
Then she tries to, she was like, really trying to get out of this dress.
And then I think that
embarrassment of like, I don't
even know what to do. And then she's struggling to try and take the dress off. And she's like, I get it. It was just a snowball effect. And she was already at the edge.
Yeah.
And she just falls apart.
Well, yeah. So Alexis kind of just keeps the boat's sinking and she just kind of keeps going on.
Although, wouldn't it have been really sweet if Alexis had just helped her take the fucking dress off?
I mean, sure.
They're friends. I don't know. That could have been like a totally different moment, you know? Where she's just like yanks that shit off and she's like, come on, bitch, let's finish this fucking lip sync.
Let's finish this together.
Exactly.
And like, then they cried to each other and then Ru was like, and there's a top 4. You both stay. Because I really wish Yara had made it to the top 3.
I think Yara should have been in the top 3.
Based on this lip sync, like, she absolutely
I get it
away.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer, but like...
I mean, it didn't really matter anyway, but like...
I don't know. I wanted Yara to...
I did too.
It was sad. So yeah, she like collapses on the floor.
But I love that she collapsed in like a fabulous pose still. She's like, you know, heels, knees, yes. I was like, okay.
Of course, she's still...
of course.
She's still a lady.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she basically just stopped. I mean, she just...
Gave up and broke down.
Like, was crying on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, she just is done.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, no.
It was really sad because it, like, almost could have gone to, like, Jujubee, Black Velvet.
I mean, but Juju was lip syncing the shit out of that song.
But I'm saying, like,
I wanted her to channel the emotions into the song.
Maybe she just needed to be drunker. I don't know. It could have gone there, but instead it just fell apart.
So Alexis stays. LaToya Jackson and Mike Ruiz are
God.
They are emotional. Mike
Ruiz it was clearly emotional. The whole thing I think was emotional, but like this was also like really emotional.
They were like, oh my god. They were like very upset. I guess I was disappointed.
I was a little disappointed too.
Like maybe in the room you're more like, oh, I'm wrapped up in this emotion.
Well,
but I was like, damn it, Yara.
I was a little, maybe it's post, Mask Gate.
Right.
That I'm just like, I don't got time for this. You finished that fucking lip sync, bitch. What are you doing? You know, maybe this was a much more endearing reaction than Valentina's.
This wasn't, oh, I didn't bother to learn the lyrics. This was, oh, I am overcome.
Yes. Yeah. You could tell that the emotions and the stress of this very long season of a lot of hard challenges really had gotten to them.
Yeah. Ru has to give Yara a pep talk. She's like, your star can never be dimmed.
Yes.
You're fabulous. You're great. She was like, I'm sorry. I broke you.
Listen to me. The sparkle you have, the sparkle you brought to this competition, no one can wash off. It's there. It's yours.
Then at the end, the top three strike a Charlie's Angel pose, and it was like very fun.
And Alexis had a fabulous twirl.
But anyway, this week,
on Untucked.
It's two very different rooms.
Yes.
Raja and Manila are sort of...
They know that they're in the top, or they're pretty sure that they're in the top.
They are resolved. Yara and Alexis are very bitter.
Yes.
And very upset.
Yes.
And feel like the judges are playing favorites and that they hate them.
Yeah. Which, on one hand, I get. On the other hand, I don't, because I disagreed with all of their thoughts.
Well, all of their reads were bad.
Yeah, all of the reads were stupid.
They were just like, they looked terrible when they looked great. Like, I'm like, read Raja for her cocktail look, because it was atrocious. But they're like reading her
ball gown look, which was amazing.
I'm like, no, but that's like amazing.
She looked fabulous. Like, this is nonsense. Now I'm questioning your judgment. And
they were just like rage. Like, they were just like, we hate them or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they didn't hate them. They were really mad at the judges this week. Like, they were not having it.
They were resentful.
Very resentful.
If you wear that dress, what are they gonna tell you?
Oh, they tell me I look like a piñata, that it's too cha-cha, and that they hate it. And they probably said that they hate my hair and my body and everything else that I have, but not in Manila.
They were comparing themselves. It's like, no, you're fabulous.
Yeah.
You're fucking fabulous on your own. Learn that damn song and kill that lip sync.
Yeah.
Yara and Alexis sitting in the gold bar. What looks to be just piles of money just on top. Like, they looked like Scrooge McDuck's, like, gold, swimming pool full of gold, you know? Swan dive or whatever. It's just everywhere. It was, like, kind of amazing and kind of crazy at the same time.
It was a lot.
And then Yara says, like, basically that she's, like, personally offended that they didn't love her looks. I think she just really thought she was gonna be in the top.
I'm not fucking shit. If they say me that I have to be in the bottom two and lip sync, I'm sorry, I wanna leave the competition.
She was so proud of like the work that she had done putting this dress together, and unfortunately, I just don't think that she had the time and or point of view, like the mindset to take a step back and look and say, well, is this exactly what I want to put out, or like should I edit it and whatever?
Like, what's more important, that I have a fashionable dress, or that I used all the money they gave me?
Right. And they never said that you had to use all of the money. That's what seems so weird.
Having her get extra money as the whatever was a stupid thing.
It was a stupid thing.
It's like, you have more material?
The only thing that it should have been was that if they got money that they had to buy stuff with.
Sure. Oh, you have more money to buy fabric.
Which I thought that was going to be the whole thing, was that like, because they had the RuView
so many puns.
So they had like little shopping that they would do, and it was like, well, here you get an extra $1 million RuBucks.
I'm going to pay for this silk.
Daddy RuBucks.
And then Raja and Manila are talking about the QVC challenge, and they're like, did that happen?
Right.
Was I conscious? I don't even remember. Like, that feels like that happened weeks ago.
After the 3 minutes was up, I was like, who am I? Where am I? What just happened? I had no idea what was going on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back.
I don't even know what I said. I don't even know what I wore. What did I sell? That was a mess. Like, just like...
There was like, was anyone even in the room? I don't think there was anyone there.
Like, they were all on the brink of having like a breakdown.
I was concerned.
What the fuck did I just say?
But then they all come into the same room together. They're all in there, and Yara is very upset.
Yara's very upset.
Alexis is very upset. And they're I was really I feel like Raja and Manila could have been like, fuck you guys, whatever. Like, they easily could have been assholes.
It was really nice for me to hear Raja and Manila, like, talking nicely about them. It's so nice to, like, actually get to know each other and be friends. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck?
I'm getting to know you guys so much better, and I'm like, God, I wish I would have, like, got to know you as well throughout the whole entire time we've been here.
I felt like Alexis, more so than Yara, but both of them were kind of coming for them, right? Because they were so resentful, and they were just like, oh, well, you know, they just love you, and whatever you do is perfect, and everything you touch is great.
They didn't take the bait. Basically.
No.
You know.
And they were just like, what are you talking about? They love you guys. You know,
Yeah.
and I thought that was really nice.
I think that you are amazing.
Me too.
And I think that you represent a huge part of the drag scene.
Let's all love each other, and we're all fabulous drag queens. Like, it's great.
I think because they've gotten to the point where it's like, this is the top 4. Like, we made it.
Yeah.
We made it to the best of the best.
So, it was a really jam-packed episode.
It really was. It really was like a whole roller coaster of an episode.
I'm still thinking about Raja's dress.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's amazing.
Good. And Yara's cocktail dress.
I really liked.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
It feels like you would wear that.
I would. I loved it.
So, I'll miss Yara.
I will too. She's one of my absolute favorites.
Yes.
Another doll down and 2 to go. We call RuPaul's Drag Race as a winner.
Next week is the finale.
We're already here.
It's crazy.
It's craziness.
If you've had fun on this journey with us, then please make sure to subscribe, make sure to tell all your friends, make sure to support us on our patreon.com/MovieBitches.
Oh,
we
yes.
really, really appreciate it.
We really do.
Buy our t-shirts, buy my t-shirt, buy Manila's t-shirts.
Yes. Send stuff to our P.O. box.
Yeah.
Send us fan art.
Yeah.
I love it.
We really do. So thanks guys for being so amazing.
Yes.
And we will see you next Thursday.
That was
So
so
dainty.
dainty.